What's up, guys? It's been a while. What's up, YouTube? Jay from Thundercat Loft, Cliffwood Beach, New Jersey. It's the end of 2023. We had a good season for young birds. I flew out of my new young bird loft, and I think that definitely helped. Unfortunately, the season was kind of a bust. You know, a lot of these races were canceled or brought back due to weather. And on top of that, the ones that we did ship turned out to be smashes. And I don't even mean like the traditional smash race where you get, 2/3 or 1/3 of the birds back. I'm talking, 10% of your birds came back. And fortunately for me, the one smash was a 250 that I didn't ship. I only shipped like 4 birds. I skipped. And so out of the 4 birds, I only had 1 come home. And then the other smash that was a bit of a disaster was the last race of the season. It was a 350 special race. And I shipped everything I had that I could ship. It's an expensive race. I shipped 18 birds that performed well in the 300. And we're in great condition, and I lost majority of those birds. But it is what it is. I got a few home, and I'm happy with what came home, and I'm happy with how I did on the 300. The 300, I put a post up. I really did very well in my club. I did pretty well in the combine. The winds were a bit against the guys up north who are very competitive, I beat a lot of guys in the south who should have dominated me. So I think we had good results for the 300. I wish I could have raced multiple 300s, and I wish the 350 was a bit of a better race. With that being said, the birds that bred me winners this year were almost completely different from the birds that bred me winners in 2022. I did well in 22 as well. So it's funny how, you never know what's going to breed what. But the birds that did breed well in 2022 had birds show up in 23. It's not like they did terrible, but they did all right. I'm out here now. I got, I don't know, last time I did a video, I put this is my door, but I put some dowels here just to give it some more ventilation. This is where I keep my feed, right here on the floor. And then I have these 2 breeding boxes here. Actually, shout out to Adrian P. These are his birds in here. Let's see if I can move some stuff around. I use milk jugs to fill up with water for the birds. Here are the birds from the one bird from Adrian P. He's a dark red. There you go. He's a nice dark red check. And I have him paired up with a hen that flew in the 300 and 350. The full brother was like my second bird home on the 300, or my third bird home, I believe, on the 300. She came in a little later on the 300. And holy smokes, I think it's a cock. I have not been paying attention. It looks like he is a cock, my friends. I might have to switch her out with a hen. I was not paying attention. And these two have been just fine in here. They haven't been beating each other up. Very strange. Oh. And then up here, another bird from Adrian P, and it's the same color. My favorite color. He's a little less vibrant red, but very nice. I'm excited. And that is definitely a hen. This is an older hen. Looks like she's already going down for him, and they might even be on eggs. So I'll have to pull those. It's too early, but I'm happy to see that they're paired up. All is well. Honestly, I thought they were both doing fine, both pairs, because there's been no commotion down here, no nothing. But that's definitely a cock, guys. It was a young bird. I thought it was a hen, but that dark checker is a cock. Interesting. You never know. I did just go through my young birds as well, because I'm trying to just fly hens as old birds. I want to just give the McLaughlin training a try. But I don't know if I'll have the time with my wife and kids. I don't know if my wife's going to be upset with me for doing it. I'm not going to train like crazy. I'm just going to, give it a shot with whatever hens I have. Leave them in that loft and see if they do well. I also took down the partition here. There's a half partition. I took it down. I figured, I don't know, I thought it separated the room for more cubbies and more. I think it just cluttered the loft a little bit too much. So now there's, a bit more room. It's hard to capture it on video, but you see my loft is a bit of a mess. I took out the, I had shelving, wire shelving going all the way up. I took them out, and I'm just going to go with the wood shelving. It was a good idea when I had it up, but it was just too much to clean and didn't work out as well. It wasn't built as well as I wanted to. Every time I do anything to this coop, I'm on borrowed time. I'm as fast as I can do it to get back inside to the wife and kids. I'm not out here, spending a lot of money and really, making it perfect. And the other issue I have is at any point we might move, and my whole season will be over. I got to rebuild a whole loft. So there's no sense in really doing anything here until, until I know what's going on, until I have a permanent residence. So, yeah, guys, this is, it does seem a lot more open now. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think it's been a while since they did a video. I don't think anybody's seen this yet, but definitely a lot more room. You can see all of my feet is all over the floor like a mess. I'm not the cleanest person when it comes to the coop, but it's a pigeon coop, not nothing else. I do need a scrape though. You see everybody seems to be paired up. There's plenty of empty nest boxes as well. We're not, a lot of guys would say I'm overcrowded. There are quite a few birds in here, but there's so many nest boxes. I have like 35 nest boxes. This is 6, 9. There's 2 areas up here. We got another 8 right here. There's 3 more here. I got another 9 there, and they like to go in these corners as well. Yeah. So, I don't know. Am I right? 35, 9, 18, and 26. And then with the other ones, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, about 36, if you count everything. So, and there's also these, they like to go to the corners. I got one behind this board here. They go to that corner there. There's one under there. Every corner of my loft, there's a nest. And I did come in here and pull eggs. I was a little late on this pair down here. And this one as well. He's on a baby. This is my Greg Rocket pigeons. Yeah. You see, there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of birds out there. I have a young bird that's got to go here. He's got to come out. This is a bird that was given to me for stock, but I'm going to try to keep her around, not breed out of her, just keep her around. Those are 2 young birds. They got to go to the farm. So it does seem crowded, but I feel comfortable with where I'm at. I want to say I have about 20 to 25 pairs. Probably around 21, 22, I think. I think I counted one day I had about 44 birds, and that included these young birds in here and some birds that I just have in here for stock, like 2 or 3 birds I have for stock. So it could be around 20 pair, maybe less. I'm doing the best I can, you know. Maybe I could be a little harder on selection. I would be happy to get down to about 12 pair or 18 pair and just work with that. But until I have a really solid family that I'm very comfortable with, I'm trying to extend my variables and my options as wide as possible. And, you know, I mean, it seems that every year my young birds don't really want to pair up. You can see these two here. That's a young bird that was like 14th in the PAOF, did great. I couldn't breed out of her last year. She didn't want to breed with anyone. So now this year, she's getting her first chance. So she's been in my loft for a whole 2 years now. You know, I flew her in 22. I kept her all of 23. And now she's finally going to breed for me in 24. So it takes time, guys. It's not like it happens overnight where you're like, okay, this one's in, this one's out. This is my family now. It takes time to build a family. It takes time to make selections. It takes time to test birds. And unfortunately for me, but fortunately, I had a father-in-law who flew birds. I had a lot of his birds that I got to keep, and they have sentimental value. And then I even got more of them from one of his friends. And just because of the sentimental value factor, it's very hard for me to part with them, you know, too quickly. I want to really give them a chance. And then there's, you know, luckily for me, I developed a friendship with another guy who flew very well in the club. I got some young birds from his 2020 team. And I mean, he was an outstanding flyer, and I got birds directly from his young bird team. And I got a chance to try out, you know, about 10 pair of his birds. And I'm trying to narrow those down, and I have been over time. And I've been successful with a few of them already. So 2024, if I do well, that might be the year that I really start to make some cuts. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, breeding season's upon us. I pulled all my eggs yesterday, as I said. I'm rearing to go. I'm excited. It's my favorite time of the year. I got new birds from Rococa this year. You know, there's just an auction this year I couldn't pass up. Like, I couldn't pass up that auction. It was so good. I went there expecting, you know, I won't be able to afford anything. You know, he's a great flyer. Just, it is what it is. And then I wound up walking out with birds because it was like giving away, you know, thousands of dollars. I couldn't not pick up, like this bird here, I couldn't not buy this bird. You know, for what he did, he was 7th in the 300 in the combine out of thousands. You know, I mean, why no one was there to buy him, I don't know. And I mean, the week before that, he was 70th in the combine out of thousands. You know, I think he was first in his club both times. Like, it would be stupid for me not to give that bird a chance and pick him up. So, of course, from the auction, there was probably one or two I shouldn't have taken. And now I just feel I have to try them out. I have to give them a shot. You know, it's just, why not? What's wrong with that? You know, I mean, they could be great birds. They could be great breeders. We never know. And on top of that, there were some birds from another fellow flyer in the combine or the specials who flew under MG Loft, and he just flew spectacular. I mean, the guy won these big money races year after year. And he went on iPigeon and just sold out everything. And no one was buying the birds. It's the craziest thing. You know, these guys are going out spending thousands of dollars on birds out of untested stock, right? Like, they're buying the son and daughter of this bird, right? But they're untested. So it's like, oh, the grandparents were, you know, of course, world renowned, but then, you know, the sons of that were just stock birds, and the bird you bought is a stock out of that. So it's untested to untested, and then you're going to breed out of it. It's just a long shot, in my opinion. I don't know. It seems crazy to me. When right here in my backyard, in a very, very tough combine, you know, I have two guys selling out, uh, and they're giving away birds that are, you know, top of the combine, first place winner, you know, in the World Trade Center in the Big Apple, and they're giving them away. It's just, you know, it's the way it is. I feel like in this sport, you know, you'll buy a pigeon, and then you can't even sell it for a fraction of the price you paid. So for me to go out and buy a bird for $1,000, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. I have friends that would give me a bird for free that are of much, much more value than anything I could buy online. So, well, and I'm blessed to be in the combine. But anyway, guys, that's my rant. I don't want to rant too much, but I probably did. I'm pretty excited. I feel like my loft is finally getting down. You know, the birds that I've tested all have proven themselves in one way or another. So the birds that are here have done something. The birds that have come in have done something. So I'm kind of happy where I'm at. You know, when I started here, every bird I had was untested, unknown. I just tried to buy late hatches or birds that couldn't be flown and give them a shot. You know, birds bred from stock from fellow flyers for free or for cheap, and it's really worked in my benefit. I think I don't think you need to go out and spend thousands of dollars. I think here in the CJC we're very blessed to have some tough competition who are probably buying those birds, testing them, and then getting the results, and we can go in and get something off of that for cheap. But yep, that's my loft, guys. Still got the grizzle. All of Jerry's birds went back to Jerry for like the third or fourth time. Jerry has quit racing and then taken his birds back. So I did keep this one. This is 299 that flew extremely well for him. Super hen, paired up with this cock who bred me like 4 birds home from my 300. I mean, statistically, he just bred a lot of birds home. I don't know if it was him or the hen or what, but his father also bred very well for me. So, you know, I'm happy to see those two together. And I like that he's a blue and she's a grizzle. I'm pretty excited. But once I'm done with her, she's going back to Jerry. I want him to have her. But if he quits again, she'll be back, because that's a good one for sure. At least a good flyer. We'll see how she breeds. But that's it, guys. I could rant on and on, but I just wanted to do a quick video update. It's been a long time. But, yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.